Hey Chuckle Crime Nerds, we have some updates on the Jodi, Hildebrandt, and Ruby Franke case going on right now in the last little bit. It's been a little while since I talked about them. We'll do a really quick recap and then a quick update and a teaser for what's coming soon. If you're new here, I'm Annette Lyon, USA Today bestselling author of the suspense novel Just One More and a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, if you're forgetting the Ruby Franke situation, or you need a little refresher, Ruby Franke was the wife, the mom portion of the 8 Passengers YouTube channel that was a family vlog thing that apparently got really huge. If you watch all of the different documentaries, you'll may get the sense that they were huge in Utah. They lived in Springville, which is the same city that Chet Daybell is from, so that's cute. I didn't know who they were. I've lived in Utah County most of my life, and I've never heard of them until she was arrested. So there's that. But so we got Jodi Hildebrandt, who was this counselor who had this whole connections side business thing. When she ended up getting her therapy license, her counseling license suspended, and she still was able to move forward with her big connections business stuff because that was under the umbrella of life coach. She has major issues, and we'll get into her other stuff soon in another video, but there were all kinds of problems going on. She managed to move into the Franke home, and keeping in mind Ruby sounds like she was never that great of a mom. Yeah. I have a whole playlist about her and several videos about Sherry Franke's memoir from about a year ago. A fantastic book, highly recommend. But it sounds like you get Jodi and Ruby together, and it was kind of a powder keg, like Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow. Things just got worse when they got together. So Jodi managed to convince Kevin, the husband, that all these things were his fault and he needed to leave the home for at least a year. So he's isolated, has no clue what's going on. Meanwhile, the kids are being schmoozed, keeping platform-friendly words. Eventually, the 2 youngest, who I believe were 10 and 12 or close to that, were found in Jodi's $5 million home in southern Utah, in massive hot desert area, being restrained. The son managed to escape to a neighbor's house. He thought trying to get help. Bring me to jail. I belong there. They convinced him that he was evil and he belonged in jail, but that's better than dying of thirst and starvation and being beaten. He had wounds, horrible, horrible stuff. Jodi and Ruby were arrested. They both pled guilty, and now they are in prison. So a couple of little updates going on there. Ruby and Kevin divorce was finalized in March of 2025. According to People magazine, in the divorce agreement, Kevin gets full custody of the 4 children that are still minors. They have 6 total, 2 are adults now. So Sherry's the oldest, Chad is the next one, and he recently got married. So congratulations to Chad. I believe Sherry is engaged. Maybe she's married by now, but she's keeping her private life private. So go Sherry, we're happy for you. Kevin has custody of the 4 younger children. I think everybody's going through therapy and counseling big time. The divorce agreement, again, according to People magazine, stipulates that Ruby will not owe him any child support or anything like that. That the ownership of their Springville home will be entirely in his name moving forward. Ruby gets to keep the $85,000 that she withdrew from various accounts. It sounds like from the kids' accounts that her name was on, but so that's cute. It's to keep that money when the separation first happened, when Jodi kicked him out of the house, blah, blah. That's all she gets. Any other shared accounts, Kevin gets the money. Neither one will pay alimony. It also says that Ruby, at this point, intends to keep the last name Franke for the time being. In her shoes, I would probably change it because, unless you want to be known as this horrible person for life. But, you do you. So one thing the People magazine also mentions that is wrong, and I swear I keep screaming this into the void because so many people are getting this one wrong. Both Ruby and Jodi, they pled guilty to 4 counts of child schmooze stuff that each count could give 1 to 15 years. And they were given consecutively, so minimum 4 years. Everyone is saying that part correctly. But they're saying it's up to 60 years because 15 times 4. That's not how it works, unfortunately. This, under the particular felony that they pled to, the maximum is 30 years. So we're looking at 4 to 30 years, not 4 to 60. Alas. But that's the way the law is working at this point. Also in Utah, the parole board gets the actual final say on how long. And so we have 1 to 15. That's a huge thing. Or now we have 4 to 30 because of the four counts. The parole board is not going to let them out after 4 years. It's not going to happen. It's just not. But the first time that they will get a chance to see the parole board will be in December of 2026. So we're coming up on that. That will be the first time they get to stand in front of the parole board and make a case. And the parole board will probably at that point go, no, turn around and go right back into your cell, in my opinion. Also, recently, in October of 2025, on October 7th, to be precise, Kevin Franke announced that he was engaged. What? I mean, this is what? October, so March to October, that's 7 months since the divorce was finalized. Suddenly he's engaged. I'm thrilled and happy for him. I hope it's a wonderful, beautiful thing. It just seems really fast. You've got a lot of healing to do, man. I wish you the best, and I hope this is a wonderful, wonderful thing moving forward. They announced the engagement on October 7th, and then they were married on the 14th of November, just over a month later. Oh, that seems real. And I'm old, yes. And so we tend to have short engagements and stuff, but coming off the trauma, that seems quick. Just call me crazy. Okay. So according to Yahoo Entertainment, Kevin posted this, and I'm just quoting what they are quoting from him. Redemption is a real thing. There were moments during the past 3 years when I didn't think I would ever feel happiness or the warm embrace of a loving partner again. I'm so grateful for grace, resilience, a loving God who gives me hope, and family and friends that buoyed me when I couldn't stand on my own. So again, I'm so happy for him. I hope this is a beautiful thing. Keep going to therapy. Keep going to, because there's a lot I imagine to still unpack. Lastly, there is a new documentary out specifically focusing on Jodi. I've watched it and I highly recommend it. I am really impressed at how balanced it is and at how it got some of the Latter-day Saint things more right than some other ones have gotten. So I'm going to do a video specifically on that documentary. It's called Evil Influencer, the Jodi Hildebrandt story. It's on Netflix and it's relatively new there. Regarding Jodi, in April of 2024, Kevin filed a lawsuit against her, accusing her of emotional distress and negligence toward him and his children. Imagine, as a therapist and all the things that she did. Also about how she managed to forcefully detain her kids in her home, contributing to the shishmoose. And then also that he was isolated from his family, all of that. Then in January of 2025, so a year ago as I'm recording this, another lawsuit was filed by Michael Tillman, who, if you've seen other people speaking out, he's one of the more vocal ones. Every time I see him, I just feel like he's a wounded soul. I feel so bad for the poor dude. A lot of healing to do there. So he's also suing her, citing misconduct and harm from her counseling practices because, yeah. Then in August of 2025, so just last summer, as I'm recording this, Kevin filed yet another suit seeking damages that no one is revealing the exact amount, but they say some people are saying it's around $300,000. We don't know for sure, but that's the one number that's been bandied about. The first parole hearing will be December of 2026. They're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. So stay tuned. I will be doing a little breakdown of the documentary. Again, that's called Evil Influencer, the Jodi Hildebrandt story on Netflix. So stay tuned for that. There's so much heavy stuff when it comes to the journals that they found of actually chronicling what they did to the kids and all that. And that's some of my very first videos. You can go back and watch those. I will link to the playlist. In the meantime, go get yourself some chocolate because there's some heavy stuff out there. So until next time.